Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Duskers. We have gone to a new star in the galaxy, and we've already boarded the first ship, the first derelict we've come across, a large mangy launch ship. And it was quite interesting because we got a new objective, a pandemic objective. Investigate medical communications for further data, and the theory is, quoting existential risk theory pandemic. Only an extremely virulent pathogen with the perfect storm of attributes would suffice as an existential risk. This seems less likely given the distributed nature of a spacefaring civilization. However, there may be means of transmission that we are unaware of. Alright, so now we have to decide whether we're going for the... Yeah, let's go for the fuel depots first. That would be quite good. There's a small one, D, and a B, which is larger. And it's got 2 infestation types again. Let's travel over there. And the nice thing about going to the fuel depots first is obviously we'll be able to get any fuel and then go to the, all the extra places. Yes, they're far away. We'll be, 3 fuel away from the auto trade over here. So, I don't know, we'll see. We might go to auto trade or might go... No. We're 4 away from Colomeris, a D space station. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so let's check our drones. We actually have 3 drones now. We'll have to take them apart a bit. We've got Trap and Stun. That's pretty good. Bishop, Jen, and Doki. We might... I'll actually probably repair one of them and use it. Probably Doki because he's got the most health. Which doesn't really matter much in a lot of situations, if you're careful, but we do have quite a bit of scrap, 48 to be exact, so let's repair to full HP. Doki, there we go. No, this has almost a 7% chance to fail, that's fine, gather, blah blah blah. Now, the funny thing is, if I wanted to repair gather, for example, it would be 6, generator 6, tow 9, oh... They've changed this stuff. Because if you want to make it... See, it costs more. I was kind of confused about that, because in early access, creating the, the basic upgrades, the gather, generator, and tow, which you absolutely need, well, at least the gather and generator, they were actually cheaper to make than it was to repair them. So I always just, ran them into the ground, and when they failed, I scrapped them for maybe 1 scrap and made new ones. But now it makes sense. You actually want to repair them before they fail. Okay, point taken. Now we have a probe here, 18.2. I'll probably just scrap this one, but actually I'll keep it for now. Pry is... I usually don't use it. Because, you can't close the doors when you pry them open. That's the biggest issue. And it's quite dangerous. So, stun, I'm probably just going to convert into scrap. I have quite a bit of scrap, though. I might do something with you. Now, the thing is, the leaping enemies always do 90 damage, as far as I remember. So, if we have at least 190 health on Nate, he would be able to survive, 2 attacks. But it is a lot of scrap. I think I will keep the scrap for now and go to one of the auto trade places and see if I can buy some ship upgrades or something. So here we go. We have got a 4% failure probability on remote power. I really don't want remote power to fail. That is such an awesome upgrade. Right, enough talk. Let's go. Let's have Doki over here. Now he's going to be our combat drone. That's what I usually do. My first drone is the gatherer scanner motion tracker. The second drone is always a generator drone with usually no other upgrades, but sometimes, rarely, I give it like a tow upgrade as well, just in case my third drone, which is the interface / tow drone, gets knocked out. So I still have, a way to get it back. And my fourth drone is usually the combat drone, so turrets, mines, and so on and so forth. So because we don't have any mines right now, I will probably only give it a trap. It's remotely detonated, which is not the best, but it should do the trick. Maybe also pry? I don't know. Should I do pry? No, I'm not gonna do pry just yet. Alright, so that's good. And remember, having empty upgrade slots isn't a bad thing, because it's actually fairly needed, because if you get if you come across drones that are knocked out, you want to pick up their upgrades, obviously. Right, let's dock. Man, that sound effect. Clunk. Ah. Fix the food replicator on B-Wing. Just a hiccup on the communicator, firing crazy signals to the molecular assemblers. No problem now, though. Made myself up an amazing slice of lemon meringue. Before blah blah blah, little fellas are firing on all cylinders again. Doubt anybody will complain afterwards. As fine as that. Oh, as fine as that pie. I don't know what they wanted to say there. I'll fire a report out to Leyland when I get back up to the engineering. Let them blow their babies. Oh, let them know their babies are all good. And Jill, our computer is saying linking with theory index gray goo. Molecular assemblers. Reference requires further investigation. Now that would be a really bad thing. Gray goo. Recommend course of action. Gather further log data about molecular assemblers from space stations or fuel depots. Excellent. There's another fuel depot in this system and a space station. So that is good. Yeah, gray goo, if you don't know, is it's a theory that of crazy nanobots, of nanobots going out of control. Now, self-replicating nanobots would be an amazing thing. You know, they could, it's quite a fairly big thing. They would obviously, you know, pick up materials from the surrounding area and use them to replicate themselves. Pretty much to build more of themselves. Now, if they went crazy, their programming got, you know, haywire, they would just start, you know, possibly decommissioning everything. And I want to say, I mean, most of you probably know this already anyway, but let me try motion here. Alright, so there's something over there. Let's herd it out so we can actually go into that room. But yeah, if nanobots were to fail in their programming somehow or malfunction, they would start taking apart everything. Maybe even, you know, organic matter. And that is where the gray goo name comes into play. What the hell? That was a weird sound. I've never heard that before. It was like a growl. It's like that leaper. Let's see. Okay, that is empty. That's good. So, you know, the mass of not drones. The mass of nanobots would sort of make a big ball of, well, gray goo. And just annihilate everything in their path. And of course, that would be quite a huge problem. Now let's herd that enemy out again into room R6. Now, because room R6, I keep saying R6, because room 6 doesn't really have anything of interest to us, we can open the airlock A2 and get it out of there. Yep, it's warning us, opening airlock will depressurize room, unsecured contents will be evacuated to space. And this warning will not appear again, so there we go. Unfortunately, we've destroyed door 10, but it doesn't really matter. And now that room is clear. Now, if I'm lucky, there's no more enemies. And that's a room, there is an enemy! Right, that's something you have to be careful about. There was an enemy in this room, and it was herded into the other room, but I didn't, you know, you can't really know whether there is another enemy there in that room or not, and because it didn't decide to move, well, that was that. Let's herd it into room 5. I'm probably not making much sense here, I don't know. I'm speaking less sense the more I talk, apparently. Right, so there it is. Now, room 5 is also, there's nothing of interest there, so we can just open this. Now, depressurizing a room will not necessarily destroy anything in it, but there is a possibility to destroy, you know, generators, interfaces, doors, and so on. So you have to be careful. You have to do it strategically. But it's very, very useful if you don't have any other means of destroying or killing enemies. Right. So, was this room down here empty? Yes, it was. Excellent. Okay. That is good. I'm not going to use the remote upgrade yet. I don't like using my remote upgrade unless I absolutely have to. If I have any other means of doing stuff, then I'll try that. Here, for example, I can just bring my drone 2 to room 8. So let's bring it to room 8. Of course, all the doors will now stop working because there's no power. But we can go to room 4 and then try to... Might not be the best idea. Right, generator 2. There we go. Door 22 is blocked, but if it closes, we know there's an enemy there. Usually, if it's blocked, that means there was an enemy there. Why is it not closing? There we go. So we know there is an enemy in either room 10 or room 11, so I'm going to flag them both. Now, what we can do, because we already have our scanner open here, is open door 23. There we go. Hello. And we can... Ah, it's not powered. Oh shit! I have all the doors open. There. Well, I've used the remote now anyway. I would have used it sooner or later anyway, so let's vent room 6 because that's where the enemy was, and let's open door 23 again, just in case. Let's actually open door 22 as well, and if anything comes through... Yeah, I was panicky there for a moment because I had my airlock door to my ship open, as well as, you know, all the doors that led there. So that was not the best idea, but there you go. So I'm assuming that will be empty. Let's move Dith over here, and Nade will go there because I think these areas will be free, so we can just unflag them. R11, there. Alright. Let's go there. Gotta be careful, of course. I believe, let me see, there are 2 infestation types, yes, so it's bots and some other thing. I have to be careful if it's leapers. Oh, there is a turret here, that's quite a shame. That's quite a shame. The patrol bots give you quite a bit of extra scrap when you destroy them. Bit of a shame, but, well, I vented them. Actually, this is the first scrap I've seen, isn't it? That sucks. What we can do now is see if there's anything in the corridor. Unfortunately, there is a drone there in the way, as you can see. Let's redock with A8 for now. There is a drone there, and if it blocks anything that would want to get there, it's going to be a bit of a problem. So I'll probably go and tow it, if I can, if it's not completely destroyed. Yeah, but if the enemy is to the left of the destroyed drone, then it probably can't get to us, and it can't get to room 11. So this exercise will be pointless. So we'll just have to be careful and take a risk. No, this drone is destroyed. So let's see what it has. It has pry, and there's quite a bit of scrap there on the other side. Let's use the motion, and that tells us absolutely nothing except that that room over there is empty. That is a bit annoying. Right. Now, I don't know, excuse me, if this room is empty. Wait, can we get motion? Successful reading? No, over room 10. We cannot. Now, what I could do is get Doki over here and place a trap. However, it's not a mine, it's a remotely detonated trap, which means I will not know if something, you know, drives over it or walks over it and makes it explode. I will have to explode it myself. So I'm going to do this, which I don't like, and let's go into a room without actually having full information whether it has enemies or not. Now, there is the interface over there, which is quite nice, but unfortunately I have a feeling it's only going to turn on that turret. Let's redock. There we go. Oh, you might have also noticed that every drone has its own camera sort of style. So Nate has a white one, pretty nice for exploring. Fat Fab over here is sort of a bluish one. Dith has green, which is kind of cool. And Doki is also the same kind of drone as Nate, so it has white stuff. So it's pretty cool. Now there's also another drone that has red stuff, but it's kind of difficult to see. They probably changed the look of it. So let's see. Yeah, defense. That's just going to be one defense. That's unfortunate. We could have had quite a bit of fun there. Quite a bit of scrap as well. So let's navigate 3 back to room 1, because I'm going to blindly go through door 16. However, if there is something there, I will run back. Alright. So let's see. This is something you shouldn't really be doing. Because, oh, there's a vent here. I hate bloody vents. All of a sudden. Wait, remote R3, remote R12. So let's go through and close the doors behind us. I don't like that place. All of a sudden, a swarm can spawn on top of you and make your day really bad. Well, let's get the rest of the stuff here. There we go. Come on, it's right there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we've got all that scrap over here. Don't worry about the unrecognized commands, because I'm also running a scan command with this, but we don't have a scanner yet. Soon, though. Soon. So, this is the last room we haven't explored yet, this one up here, and I cannot see whether there is something there or not, so we'll have to do another blind run. Unfortunately, I'm going to open door 20, so in case there is something there, I can quickly get back. In case it can't close, I'm also gonna do this. If I can't close door 33 in time, I'm gonna try closing door 20 in time, and door 31, 12, and so on. So this is not something I like to do, especially going up and down, because I have less vision than, you know, on a widescreen than going left and right. Right. I do apologize about that rather unprofessional outburst, as always. Right. I hate those things. That is the Leaper enemy, or whatever it is. That thing is horrible. You've already seen one. We've already killed one. And I absolutely loathe those things for the very reason that they jump on you like that out of nothing. So now I have the only option is to vent it or get it into room R4, but I will not know whether... Oh, there we go. I will. Excellent. Bloody hell. You know, it's just... I hate those things. I really hate them. They're also pretty much the slowest enemy, I think. Well, bar one of them I've seen. One of the slowest enemies to be herded into rooms. So, if you know that there's an enemy somewhere and you want to herd it into another room, but you can't get a successful motion track anywhere to that place, they're very, very dangerous, because you will never know whether they've gone through, whether they're still, you know, doing stuff in their own room, blah, blah, blah. You know, do they feel like coming through? Do they not? They're just horrible. And they leap and they do 90 damage, as you can see. They're pretty horrible. So let's dock A4, D15, Nav2R14, and we'll be done. Alright. We could commandeer, of course. Yeah, oh yeah, of course, this is a fuel depot, never mind. So we just type in end, and that's it. Alright, well, we do have quite a bit of scrap, so we can repair Nade. And he survived, that's the main thing, you know? Damage is nothing. If you're careful, you shouldn't get any damages anyway, but there are other ways to find whether there are enemies in the room or not. But, you know, I'm sometimes a little bit impatient and just bull rush. So there we go, Nade's drone health dropped to 25%, and Pry, we got another Pry. So let's see, we'll have to repair him up to full. There we go, all better now. Motion upgrade. I'm actually going to add some motion sensors because we only have 16 left. Right. Remote power is fine. 10% chance of breaking. Now, if you're really unlucky, it'll break now. If we're really unlucky. Right, let's go to the fuel depot D, which is very small, so that's okay. Unfortunately, we didn't really get much fuel there. So there's the gray goo. Gather further log data about molecular assemblers from space stations or fuel depots. And a theory, quoting existential risk theory Grey Goo. Given assumed advances in nanotechnology, molecular assemblers pose a definitive existential risk. If assemblers can create other assemblers, self-replicate, it's easy to see how quickly rogue or intended processes could transform matter at an exponential rate. It follows that such a process could be detrimental to humans directly, if we ourselves were deemed an acceptable source material, or indirectly, if anything which we rely upon was deemed an acceptable source material. I believe a lot of these excerpts are from Wikipedia, and it's pretty fascinating to read about Grey Goo and stuff like that, and nanotechnology in general. Technology in general, I mean, geez, technology is awesome. Look, we're playing this because of technology. Yeah, there. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, and we're going to continue next time when we dock with the rather small fuel depot D. Bye-bye.